Hey, welcome back, folks. Jay Barrino here, continuing StarCraft Mass Recall, a StarCraft Brood War remake in StarCraft 2. Continuing the fall, Shadow Hunters, the penultimate mission. Here we go. Shadow Hunters, Protoss Command Ship Gantrathor, low orbit over the planet Ire. I distinctly remember this mission being a bit easier compared to a lot of the rest of the Protoss campaign, but I believe, based on my previous video playthrough, Talonel and Jones actually beefed this mission up because they thought it was too easy. So, we'll see what that means. Maybe we're going to have more Defilers throwing Plague on us, larger air attacks, I'm not sure. So my goal is to get a solid defense set up with a group of roaming scouts that can get rid of those pesky air attacks that are going to be coming at me from over those canyon walls, which our base takes up the entire bottom side of the map. It's a very strange layout. So we just have to make sure that we stay well defended through all of it.
In Taro Adun, Executor. My gratitude to you for having secured my release knows no bounds. By all the gods, we may win yet. The time has come to let loose the fury of the Dark Templar. Zeratul, perhaps the time has come to tell our friends of the foe we face.
Indeed. When I slew the cerebrate Onchar, I touched briefly with the essence of the Overmind. In that instant, my mind was filled with its thoughts. And I tell you now, our worst fears have come true. The Zerg were indeed created by the ancient Selnaga, the same beings that empowered us in our infancy. But the Overmind grew beyond their constraints, and has at last come to finish the experiments they began so long ago.
So you see, my friends, we fight not only to save Ire, but all creation. If we fall to the Zerg, then the Overmind will run rampant throughout the stars, consuming all sentience, all life. It is up to us to put an end to this madness, once and for all.
Our forces shall engage the primary Zerg hive clusters in an attempt to weaken their defenses. Once their numbers have thinned out, Zeratul and his companions can infiltrate the clusters and assassinate the cerebrates. Adun willing, the cerebrates' deaths will distract the Overmind long enough for us to assault it directly.
Use Zeratul to kill the Zerg cerebrates. Zeratul and Phoenix must survive. Alrighty, no more Tassadar, no more having to box Tassadar. That's good. I mean, he wasn't in the last mission either. Primary Zerg hive clusters, Ire. Alright, there are two cerebrates we have to kill. We have access to an Arbiter. So we have to decide where to go to first. There's 4 places for a Nexus. Well, there's really only 2, because the gas is very widely spread out here. So what I like to do, just to kind of start out here, is take the one all the way to the left. I feel like the one all the way to the left is the most protected, and I believe there's more minerals over here than the one over to the right. So let's go ahead and throw down a Nexus here. And hopefully we'll have good access to that, all those mineral patches. Now, the other thing I could do is go and just immediately take the other side, but I'd rather hold on to this money because I want to try to start getting some infrastructure set up faster. So what I'm going to do is leave my units over here because this is where the Zerg are going to be attacking us from until the air units start coming. So let's see, where can and can we not build here? So right about here is probably where we want to start laying down some defense along this edge here. With shield batteries, cannons, eventually want to add some High Templar. Maybe I'll do Reavers. I've managed to not build a single Reaver through this entire campaign. I don't think I'll be able to keep that up. I think this is the perfect mission to have Reavers set up for defense. Again, though High Templar might be a better option, but if we're going to see more and more Ultralisks, then we're going to struggle. We're definitely going to struggle. So let's go ahead and throw down a gateway in the back here. We can't because our Nexus isn't done. So let's... Where are we going to put our Nexus for the gas? Either to the left right here. Really just depends. Again, there's not a lot of space here. There's less space than I would like. Why don't we go ahead and send these guys over here to start mining? Except one of you who's going to lay down our gateway pretty much as soon as we're available. We have Dark Templar. They're going to be incredibly helpful. Also Zeratul. And the gateway is available to be built, so let's throw that down kind of in the back. Hopefully my units don't get stuck behind doodads or something as they spawn out here. Okay, so we're not going to be supply blocked either. That's important. So let's just go ahead and queue up a few probes, maybe get a forge. Let's go ahead and throw down that forge right away, so now we can make cannons and we can make shield batteries with the gateway and the forge set up. Because again, we're gonna need defense. We have a nice force right here, but it's not gonna last us too long as the enemy starts attacking us with more robust types attacks. So Phoenix is awesome, obviously. Zeratul awesome. It's just as the enemy will start bringing detection with them as they attack, and that's where we're going to start to struggle significantly. So let's just go ahead and get more and more probes. We need enough to make another nexus over here so that we can start mining gas. Again, everything is so spread out here, it's an enormous pain in the butt. Let's take a Dark Templar and look exactly where we want to set up our other bases. Let's just go ahead and look. The Zerg won't even bother coming over here because we don't have any units, I don't think. I don't see why they would. Okay, so here's some minerals here. Again, I don't feel like the mineral opportunities are as great over there. And then there's the other gas. Okay, so let's head on over here. We need some more pylons. And what do we want to tech to? What do we want to get to quickly? Okay, we already have some mutalisks coming in. I don't mind if we decloak, let them attack the dragoons as well. I don't want to lose that arbiter. Okay, there we go. And then, again, I really just want to get some of this stuff set up pretty quick. Did I build that zealot, or was that just, it probably just got pushed away? Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this probe and set up some shield batteries primarily. I think shield batteries are going to be the name of the game. And honestly, I could defend mostly with units and then have them sit behind the shield batteries. That's why I'm going to set this up this way. We really just need... Well, we have 1,000 gas saved up, so I don't need to take these. I don't need to take this really, really soon. In fact, I could long-distance mine from it if I really, really wanted to. I'd almost rather take the extra minerals here sooner rather than later. We're going to need more pylons, too. Pylons, we're going to run out of space for. That's for sure. So let's just put them wherever we can fit them and just keep saturating this as fast as possible. I'd like to start getting my +1. I'd like to get a cybernetics core. I'd like to do a lot of stuff, but I can't really afford it. This probe. See, here's the thing. I kind of want to stay consolidated over here, so I suppose let's go ahead and take this. The enemy attacks seem pretty frequent. They seem pretty fast. Pretty consistent. All right, back up. Stay behind the Arbiter. Okay, Arbiter, move on up. Keep them cloaked. It seems like they probably had some detection because they were able to see me. Or maybe I just wasn't fully underneath the Arbiter. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and take... Oh, see, I don't need this gas right away. But I think I will take it. And then let's go ahead and get a cybernetics core. Very important because I think I do want to get to fast high Templar. It's either that or Reavers. It's pick one. Pick that or Reavers. I don't really have the money to do anything else right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and get this worked out. We need some more anti-air severely because enemy air attacks are going to be a major problem. So we need a lot more Dragoons. I want to get a group of scouts later on anyway to deal with Guardians. Let's go ahead and quick save. Because we have an okay start here, it's not great. And Snare does remove units from Cloak. So that will be a consistent problem. Okay, so we're going to have this set up here pretty soon. Let's go ahead and keep making probes. Let's come on over and throw down the assimilator so it's ready. And then I want to start getting a few cannons. Definitely need a few cannons here. Draw the fire away from the shield batteries, which go down pretty fast. Shield batteries actually have more health and shields than photon cannons, though, which is... kind of funny. Can I fit one in here? I can. Okay, great. Okay, so just a couple for right now, and then we'll make sure we start mining from this gas. I'd like to take the other side. I don't know if the enemy typically just attacks from this side or what they're going to be doing. Here comes another group. We don't have stasis or anything like that. We already have Ultralisks coming in. The Dark Templar will handle this pretty well. Okay, now they can see us. My heroes are doing a lot of work here to get started, so that's why this is very important. Let's get some Dragoons. And what we're going to end up needing to do is line this area with cannons. Not completely, but enough. With enough cannons that it'll draw the Mutalisks into my main defense. That's going to be very, very important. Okay, let's get a Citadel of Adun so that we can get to... I think I am going to go with Storm this map over Reavers. Well, man, I don't know. Just like for posterity's sake, I don't want to get Reavers, but that's a really poor excuse. Okay. We're mining that gas. Let's go ahead and probably get some cannons over here. Just one or two, and we can go ahead and queue up another one. Okay, this is all being mined pretty well. We're going to need more pylon coverage along the bottom side here so that we can fit more buildings. We need the ability to make more units. Now, I think I will do High Templar so I can make a lot of Archons. I think that's the right choice when we're on the Assault as well. There's my Citadel. That's done. Let's go ahead and get Zealot leg enhancements right away. I'm also sort of spreading out my cannons here because what's going to end up happening is Defiler Plague, I think. I'm anticipating I cannot speak is what I can't do. I'm anticipating Defiler Plague. Okay, here comes another air attack. Get in there, Dragoons. Dragoons, get in there. Also, this is why High Templar would be really, really helpful. Gotta move on in and get this jerk of a Guardian. Let's throw down that Stargate, because I would like to start getting I just need a couple scouts. I might even need to get a fleet beacon so that I can get the scout speed upgrades, though I really don't want to. Let's come on over and take this base now. I feel pretty safe. Not that safe, but safe enough. Right there is fine, and we're going to need to set up some cannons around this as well, because I anticipate the enemy circumventing my defense. Okay, looks good. Let's go ahead and get armor level 1. This cannon managed to stay alive. I mean, more cannons. Just sort of layer this with a few more cannons. We should be fine again. Spread them out just in case. We're going to anticipate some Defilers, which I really am going to anticipate some Defilers. It's not time for them yet, but I'm going to keep adding Dragoons onto this force, and we are stockpiling gas, which is good because I'm going to just start pumping out a ton of High Templars soon enough. I may want to go ahead and start getting a little bit of defense over on this side with the anticipation that the enemy's going to bypass my other defenses and come over here. It very well might. So let's go ahead and do that. And then saturating this base is going to be quite helpful eventually. Scouts are so expensive, it's so hard to justify paying for those right now. I need a lot of gateways. So what do? Let's get the gateways right now. Let's put these in a place where my units, when they spawn, won't get stuck. I think that should be good. Okay, large attack coming in. Brown seems to be coming with a lot of Mutalisks. But we should be okay. Okay, looks good. This is done, so let's just queue a ton of probes up. See, and they're still attacking from this direction. They're not coming in any other which direction. So I think that's good. Okay, let's grab one probe from this area and start kind of layering the defense even more across the bottom. And as we make more and more units, we'll have an opportunity to just attack with the units that we're making for defense, including the scouts, though there are a lot of Scourge in this map. We definitely need some scouts, though. It's going to be very, very imperative that we have those. In fact, let's go ahead and get +1. Let's go ahead and hotkey my gateways, and now we can start getting High Templar. No, we can't. I never built the Templar archives. We need that because we want +2 as well pretty soon. Let's go ahead and put that down here in a relatively safe spot. Okay, and I have this over-queued right now. I think it's worth it for now. And I think we're going to need more safety cannons over here. We just want to make sure that this Nexus does not go down due to some silly circumstance, like a big swath of Mutalisks could circumvent everything and really cause me problems. So let's go ahead and get some more pylons, and we'll make more cannons eventually. This Arbiter is going to probably be the only one of his kind that's made. I'm just going to be straight about that. I don't expect making any more of those. Okay, and by building a little bit of defense over here, what this is going to do is it's going to stop the Zerg, hopefully from circumventing and going over to the other side, but I do anticipate air units. Okay, and can we make the High Templar yet? I think we can. Oh, the Scourge. Well, kind of inevitable for the Arbiter going down to that type of Scourge attack. Just too many Scourge attacks. All right, my Dragoons are doing fine. That's good. Let's go ahead and throw down another Forge. Right there is fine, and then let's start getting the High Templar, and we need to get Storm, and we need to get Kadarin Amulet. So let's just queue up both of those. They're going to be quite important, and then we'll get another Scout. Though, again, I'm using the Scouts primarily just to hunt down Guardians. Those giant Scourge attacks are terrifying, and I will not be able to hold out against those. Okay, and then we'll get one more cannon over here. Again, we have kind of a sprawling defense, and I think that's fine. The Dragoons can kind of go back and forth between them because they're not giant, shitty Dragoons. Okay, now we've got High Templar coming out. We're going to go ahead and hotkey those eventually. And I should go ahead and take this gas. Again, none of this is safe, though. We're going to need the scouts to kind of hunt down extraneous forces that are going to be going after these buildings. I'm thinking we start shields. It's so expensive. Let's do it, though. I don't have Storm yet, unfortunately. They're pretty delayed in bringing their overlords, which is very, very helpful. Again, until the Defilers start coming, though, I'm really not looking forward to that. Okay, so let's go ahead and hotkey these. Zeratul and Phoenix, I think we got to start being a little more careful with you. Let's move on up with the Dragoons. And the Dark Templar, they're not bringing overlords with these attacks. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. And frankly, I'm okay with that. I just, it's interesting, that's for sure. Probably just like a group of 3 scouts should be enough, especially because I have the +1 attack. I think what I want to do is get a fleet. Well, I don't think scout speed is worth it. It's crazy to think that it would be. Okay, let's come on over here and take this base. Now we have some money. We've got to just decide what we want to do with it. And set up a pylon here as well. And let's just start pumping out Dragoons and Zealots for the attack. And then as we stockpile some more gas, we'll turn them into Archons, and we will be able to attack. And I think that's all I'll need. This hasn't been too bad compared to, like, the last mission. I'm going to quick save because I'm in really good shape. I'm still waiting for a giant, and I mean giant, attack to be coming very, very soon. I will get a 3rd scout, or a 4th scout, rather. So you guys will be Group 3. My gateways are Group 1. I have a lot more space down here where I can actually build some buildings and pylons. So let's just go ahead and make a little pylon farm down here. No, it's a little wasteful to do here. Okay, they're trying to bypass me. We can get over here and throw down a fatty storm. Throw down a storm up here as well. Okay, well, those storms weren't great because my High Templar weren't placed in the best of spots. But as you can see, they were coming in and trying to go to the right as well. So that's why I'm glad I set this defense up. Let's go ahead and reinforce it. Well, we want to leave some room so that my units can actually get through where necessary. So I think this should be good. Kind of a goofy setup here, but as long as my units can actually traverse that area, we're in good shape. Did I leave a probe down here? I did not. Okay, so come on up here. We're going to set up lots and lots and, well, we probably just 3 more should be enough. I won't be able to produce out of all those others. Okay, and then we're going to get double gas, and then we can start getting Archons. Archons will be the key, I think, to being able to push. Archons are just so good against Zerg. They really are. They're just so fantastic against Zerg. And then with some extra money here, let's set up a few cannons in anticipation of getting circumvented a bit by Guardians and Mutalisks. Wow, look at this guy. Where's he? You know what? That's fine. That is fine with me. I'm glad I set up that cannon, and I might even make another one. I think he was probably going for my probes because the AI registered these units as possibly too far away. They weren't technically in range, so I'm good with that. Okay, so you guys are good. I may go ahead and get that scout speed. I mean, I built those scouts primarily to react to enemies, so I think I need them to be able to move quickly. Hallucination not necessary. There shouldn't be anything like a infested Terran or anything like that on this map. So we should be good. I think we should be really, really, really good with... What am I thinking? We should be really, really good with Archons. Archons just counter everything Zerg. They're just so good. Nothing does... Well, some stuff does bonus damage to them. Obviously, Guardians are good against them. Dangerous to send the scouts in against those Guardians now, but they're not necessary. Okay, so these 3 High Templar are for defense. The other High Templar are going to get turned into... Archons. And again, Archons just so terribly good against Zerg in StarCraft 1. So especially on a map like this, where they seem to have a big, big, big counter to the air game with a lot of Scourge everywhere. But that's okay. All right, so now we have the Fleet Beacon, which is probably going to turn out to be a huge waste. Oh, I can't... Do I already have Scout Speed? Increases Scout Vision. How fast are my Scouts? They may have the speed. No, that's pretty slow. I don't know. Honestly, I can't tell offhand. Yeah, move speed 281, and it's not colored yellow, meaning it hasn't been upgraded. Oh, well. Well, I built it. Let's just go ahead and get scout sight range. I'm not going to make carriers. They're counted very heavily on this map. Honestly, on this map, you could just make a shit ton of zealots and probably win. I mean, not win, but you can really make a lot happen with just a shit ton of zealots. Let's go ahead and turn these guys into archons. Just keep our upgrades going. We'll get level 2 shields here after +3 attack, and that really should be all we need. I mean, we've got this base set up here. We've got good income. The enemy attacks are not a joke. They're very, very large, but for the most part, I'm feeling very, very comfortable. Very, very comfortable right now. Where is Phoenix? He's just standing right in the front. Be careful, buddy. Let's move you back. Is this Zeratul? Where's Zeratul? Move you back just a little bit, buddy. So we're going to be doing a primarily Zealot Archon composition this map. Going to go along with not building any Reavers, though I very highly anticipate building Reavers on the next map. Without a doubt, I will build Reavers on the final map, because it is crazy. Man, the size of the Zergling attacks, I can't storm those, but you saw how quickly we took those out. That was a joke how quickly we got rid of those. Still haven't gotten plagued, and I really have to be careful because I don't want my heroes to get plagued. They definitely can be. Plague, if you're unfamiliar, does not affect shields, but it does slowly deteriorate the health or hit points of anything that it hits, including buildings, which can be a big, big pain in the butt. Okay, let's make another round of Archons. We can get 2 more as well right there, and then we need pylons. Where to make them? We can make some down here. Make another little pylon farm. We're getting mined out here pretty soon, but I think I have a very large force ready to go on the attack, and as long as we leave these High Templar here, we should be very safe against anything that attacks. We'll leave the Dark Templar here as well. There's the supply block, even though I tried to circumvent it just a little bit. I would love to finish getting 333, but we will have +3 attack, +1 armor, +1 shields, +2 armors coming up. So we're in very good shape right now. We just need the rest of these. And like I was saying, I've said in the past, I really don't care for using High Templar to attack because the enemy doesn't really bunch up. The enemy bunches up a lot when they attack you. So when you're on the defensive, High Templar are fantastic because you just storm them as they run in. The problem is I haven't really used it to great effect so far because they're just... well, that was good. As I say, they've just they run in on top of my melee units. So there we go. That's the storm that we're looking for. Wonderful, and then the Dark Templar finishes that up. This guy's going to run into my secondary defense, and we're in really good shape. So I'm kind of overplaying this map, as it turns out. It's going fine. I don't have a problem with this. It's just I'm like I was saying, I'm playing it. Maybe I'm going a little overboard because I anticipated it being much harder because people were saying, wow, after you must have really made an impression because they would watch my old playthrough and leave comments like, this is not as easy as it was when you played it anymore. Which is interesting. You know, let's just hotkey and maybe make a go for it. We were just attacked. So let's just grab everything except my heroes and my Dark Templar. We're going to leave the Dark Templar. Okay, another large attack here, but this is fine. We're just going to run right into it. We just massacred a group of Scourge with Archon splash damage. I think I just accidentally killed a Lyote. I heard it die. Maybe a Bengalis, I'm not sure. Very sad. Okay, so we're going to clean out this red base first. We'll bring Zeratul up to kill the cerebrates once we make some serious headway. This is full of canyons. It's kind of a pain. Honestly, there are no lurkers either, which is why this is going to work out just fine. But we have to draw these Guardians out. Draw the Guardians out over the cliffs. There they are. That's what I'm talking about. Another large white attack coming in. The Zealots are doing really, really well. Let's go ahead and rally on up here. More Dragoons and Zealots. Get rid of some of their production here and just a lot of their stationary defense. We're clearing out this middle section. And as you can see, it was a pretty hard defense that the Zerg had here. They sent a lot of their units in to attack me and defend themselves like right away from the get-go. So what that means, though, is a lot of their bases will be cleared out, but we don't have the vision that I would like. So there's going to be Guardians on the high ground that we're going to have to deal with. We just got to pay attention to that. Also, there's drones here. Don't let them out to rebuild, please. Okay, we're getting rid of Overlords as well, which means they're going to start wasting a lot of larvae on that. This amount of Zealots is very challenging for Zerg to deal with because they don't have splash damage on the ground, except for Defilers, which, if they have them, I don't know where they are. Okay, we're getting caught out here by extraneous Zerg forces. Greater Spire goes down again. This is only the red base. There's white and brown further up, so we have to... There's more red. There's another red base over on the other side of the map, too. So what I'm going to do is queue up more Dark... or High Templar, make more Archons to reinforce our tankiness that we lost. These units can stay, and at any minute, we're probably going to... Well, no, we wiped out another brown and white attack that was coming my way. My issue is they're going to try to rebuild this stuff. Let's leave one zealot over here with the anticipation that they're going to do that. Could use more pylons. That should be enough to get me supply. Fully maxed out on supply. Okay, my next group of Archons is coming. Let's just wait here with the anticipation of getting attacked again pretty soon. All my Archons are all my High Templar will become Archons, and then we're going to make a lot of Zealots. We're pretty much mined out, though, so I got to save my money in case we got to take another base. I'm pretty confident we can win with what we have. Pretty confident, though not 100% sure. Okay, they rebuilt those Guardians on the high ground. We got to draw them out. I could bring the Scouts up. In fact, I might, just to give us sight. Let's do that. Ooh, they're not getting baited. I forgot, yeah, there's random red bases up here too. There's units all along the high ground up here that are not easy to wipe out. So that's why you have to be a little cautious. Okay, they've got scouts, or they have spore colonies up there too. Okay, you guys just hold position. Okay, we have just enough money to expand, which I probably will do. Red is trying to attack me. How foolish. They're trying to send drones out. Let's go and get rid of the rest of the red base, and then think about what we want to do on a macro sense, because I'm going to run out of money here very, very soon, and I will not be able to afford to do anything else. Let those Guardians try to leave and come and attack me. These guys just stay on hold position in case we can draw those Guardians out. Okay, here they come. They also replace those. I should have Archons down here, which is actually fine because we're going to need to defend ourselves here. Drop a storm back there. Reavers, again, would be really good in this situation. They're just sort of automatic defense, but High Templar I can turn into Archons, which have been really, really helpful in this attack. Okay, so that's the entirety of the red base. They have some stuff on the high ground, but nothing that particularly concerns me. Okay, my scouts are all gonna die. What a fun investment that was. What a fun investment that was. Okay, that was White's next attack. Let's go ahead and go up the middle and start cleaning this out. Let's bring Phoenix and Zeratul. So a little risky, and also I've made sure that red is not rebuilding, so that's very important. I'd really like to get rid of this stuff, but I don't think I have the sight. Oh, I do. I was thinking I don't have the sight range to get rid of this stuff. Draw them over just a little bit. I should have enough Archons to finish this, almost without a doubt. I just want to make sure, and then we'll keep an eye on my heroes, which are now mixed in. And the goal, again, is we need to use Zeratul to get the killing blow on the remaining cerebrates. So now we've got brown Zerg and we have white Zerg. Okay, and as we get rid of their overlords, that's very, very good. Where's the Cerebrate? There's Defilers in here too. Chase, yes, Zealots. And random Dark Templar that I managed to bring. Okay, all of you, come on over here, and let's move in this direction. See all these Scourge up here? These bases are particularly carrier-proof. I mean, we could have built a bunch of carriers, but it would have been incredibly boring, so that's why I didn't do it that way. All right, move on in. Oh, this is Zeratul. What are you doing up there, buddy? Let's just have him start attacking the Cerebrate. It's possible this brood just goes completely docile once you kill the Cerebrate, but I'm not 100% sure about that. In either case, we need Zeratul to do it. Oh, Zeratul. He must have been taking a lot of damage from a spore or a sunken colony somewhere. Just let him finish. There we go. One down. They are still hostile. Okay, Zeratul, you need to hang back, buddy, because you have no shields. Very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. We just sort of sent him in willy-nilly. There shouldn't be anything else that Brown can send my way. Let's bring Zeratul with us, but keep him in the back, and he'll get some shields back slowly. We should still have enough to finish this up. We lost a lot of our zealots, which were a good chunk of our army, but we've got these archons, which are still the bomb. They're the bee's knees. Okay, so Zeratul, you just hang out way up here. Meanwhile, the rest of this stuff, push your way through. This is more of an air base. You guys focus on that Guardian now. Zeratul's not getting hit. All the Scourge dies, so if I had those scouts alive, I could bring them in now to support me, but it's entirely unnecessary. And we've won. We've definitely won at this point. Zeratul keep inching up. It looked like it's like he went from 400 shields to none, just all of a sudden. It was really strange. Okay, Zeratul, move on in, start attacking, and move in with everybody else, and just get rid of the rest of this base. We'll have Zeratul finish this up himself. I'm not sure if he needs to get the last hit, or he just needs to sort of be in the area. Sweet deal. Well, alrighty, what a treat. And let's check. Kills, deaths was great. Survival rate over 50%. I'm fine with. Decently over 50%. So we did very well that mission. I don't know why this only happens when I record Mass Recall, but the ending was slightly cut off again. So this has been Jay Barino. Thanks so much for watching. I don't remember what I was going to say at the actual end of the video. Something about Mission 9 not being as hard as I had expected it to be, or I just played it pretty well. I'm not sure. Next time we're going to be heading into Eye of the Storm. It's going to be a toughie. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye now.